modJOBS, brought to you by Allstate.
We're back at Losa Engineering. We've got the bodywork out for paint, so I thought we'd start bolting on a little more chrome. Looks like the guys are ready to go. Let's get started. Picked out a lot of different bolt-on parts for the bike, and I know you can kind of overdo it, so I'd love your opinion before we actually bolt anything on.
You don't want to overdo chrome, so let's see how many goodies we've got here and see what works.
So like a teardrop shape, Arlen Ness mirrors, Brakemaster cylinder cover, the clutch perch cover, levers. These are the pieces I'm not quite sure about.
Like it might push it over the edge if you do too much, so...
Yeah, last thing I want to do is go over the edge.
You know, they're just covers, so we could probably just slip them over and step back and see what we think.
So are we using the stock hardware for this cover?
This cover comes with new hardware. Took out the stock screws, put the cover on, and put the new bolts that they gave us in the top. Now we're going to take out these here. We've got a new cover and 2 new bolts. And then we go like this. And then abracadabra. When we readjust the mirrors, adjust the controls, make sure everything is fit to our hands. Super simple.
I like it.
Yeah, it adds a nice touch.
So we chose the wild style lever. It's kind of beefier.
Yeah, it's a little beefier. It's much shinier. You got a nice chrome finish on it.
Can I give it a shot?
Go for it. There's a nut under here, so we've got to take that off, and then this pin should pop out, and then we can pull off the lever and swap it. Make sure those slots are lined up so that we can pull the cable out. Ta-da!
Cool.
So this goes right back in here like this. It's a nylon lock nut, so it's not going to come off even if it's not super tight.
That's probably good enough.
It's pretty tight. And then last thing we want to do, just the clay out, lock it down, and we're good.
Nice. The final piece on this side is going to be the clutch perch cover. This guy slides right on, and the mirror is just going to lock it in place.
Yeah.
So you're only going to spin it to about the point where you think you want it, and then you'll tighten this bolt right here.
Yep.
This is looking good. All right, so we got the mirror in place. We're just about done with the top half of the chrome. I hear there are some pretty cool textures planned for our bodywork. I'm excited to see what it is.
We took a little trip to visit Andrew Babish at Paint by Bondo in Santa Ana, and we learned a bit about the process going into painting our V-Star.
Andrew, I'm excited to learn a little bit about the paint process and what all is going into the painting of our bike.
Absolutely. Me and Jay and his crew took apart the whole bike. Started sanding, prepping, taking off clear coat where it needed to be because we had decals that were cleared over on a gas tank, so that had to be taken down to bare metal. That gets primered along with the saddlebags, needed some body work, so everything looks smooth and nice.
Without ruining the surprise, tell me a little bit about the textures that you're going to be using.
Well, we're going to go with a gloss and a matte finish, and that's about all I can tell you. When Jay suggested it, I was like, well, that's awesome. Let's do something like that. It's really going to look good.
Well, I can't wait to see the bike at the unveiling.
It's a great cause and everything too, so I really think it's going to look awesome.
We'll let you get to work.
Oh, cool.
I can't wait to see what Jay and Andrew came up with. But first, let's finish what we started back at Losa Engineering with those chrome additions.
So let's move down the bike a little bit. You know, I got this regulator cover and the reservoir cover.
Cool. The new cover came with new bolts and standoffs to keep the cover away from the frame. And then we just bolt them back in the same place.
So now that we've got the regulator cover on, I'm going to go ahead and add this brake reservoir cover. Should be pretty simple. Supposedly all I have to do is remove the stock cover with one bolt and pop this guy on. All right, so this is our last decision, the chrome belt cover. I thought it looked pretty nice. What do you think?
You know, at first when you said the chrome belt cover, I was like, nah, it's too much. But looking at it, we've got all this chrome up front. I mean, even the right side has the pipe. We need a little chrome back here to balance it, I think.
Kind of is a continuation of this chrome cover right here.
Yeah.
So it should flow pretty well.
I say let's do it. All right. And you just grab the goo.
Oh.
That's okay.
Awesome.
Use the right. These have metal bushings inside, so you're actually tightening against the metal bushing and not the plastic. So
okay.
you can go pretty tight. Yeah, that definitely ties it together now with the front of the bike.
All right, this looks good.
That's it.
Yeah, I think the whole bike actually turned out pretty great. And Joe, I think we're done.
I think so. That's it.
I thank you so much to you and Jay and everybody at LOSA Engineering for all the work and the help you gave me with this bike.
No, you're welcome, for sure.
I think it turned out pretty cool.
Yeah.
Next time you see this bike, it's gonna have the bodywork and the paint, and our modJOBS2 V-Star 950 will be ready for auction. I'm excited about it. We'll see you next week.
Nobody protects riders better than Allstate.